life like this sure is sweet, isn't it?
Oh, it definitely is. That's really good. Alrighty, hello and welcome to episode 4 of Off the Deep End podcast. Today is a little different. Usually we have my lovely co-host Luke Shoops, whatever you want to call him. We usually have him on, but he's had a little bit of a medical emergency. I won't get into too many details. It's something he'll probably want to divulge whenever he gets back. But we do have my good friend, Cole Perrine.
Hello, everybody.
Famous YouTuber, penis clown.
Yep, that's me.
How about you go ahead and say what you do, I guess.
Okay, yeah. So how's it going, everybody? Hello. My name is Cole. I make goofy videos on the internet. I wasn't good enough for film school. Yeah, you know, I'm kind of an all-around playboy. You know, a lot of people liken me to Mr. Balfour of the Wolf of Wall Street. You know, I'm kind of like a ragtag. You know, I don't pay my taxes, that kind of stuff.
Interesting.
Hey.
That's actually the entire reason I orchestrated this entire event, which includes hitting Luke Shoops with a car to get you on this podcast, is to admit that you are evading taxes because, in honesty...
Are you fed? Are you fed? Oh, fuck. Oh, shit.
So, like, you know, we can keep doing the podcast, but, as soon as we're done,
so, like,
they're
regardless,
gonna bust down your door.
I go to prison either way,
you're
right?
Fucked. You're fucked.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess we might as well do the
fucked.
podcast then, since give me time to come up with an escape plan here.
Huh?
What? No, nothing.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. I mean, I got nothing better to do. I'm not even in the same country as you. I'm in Europe.
What's up?
So I guess today what we're talking about is we're talking about like crypto. We're talking about GPUs, all that bullshit.
Yeah. Two topics that like they sort of relate to each other, kind of through like a thin thread, but it's a good segue from one topic to the next.
Exactly. So I guess we can start with, I don't know, which end do you want to start with? Because it's such a, like you said, it's such a loosely related story. We can just start from crypto or GPUs or.
Yeah, let's start with the GPUs.
Okay, yeah, you know more about this than me because you've been suffering for so long trying to get one.
It's been horrible.
Which is really like, that's like really like you can't get anything now. Like you can't have shit today. But God, I don't think I've ever had a worse experience than trying to find any graphics card at all.
I think probably the worst thing that I've ever tried to do is buy a GPU. I've never had a harder time purchasing something. I don't know. I guess I've never dealt with like something being out of stock. I mean, this was a first for me for a lot of things. It was my first time staying outside of a building to get a new product. It was my first time like wanting something so bad that it being out of stock was like not enough for me to just wait. And it was also like the first thing I've tried to, like, you know, everyone's first fucking pandemic. So like the chip shortage and all that, that's totally new. Totally new.
Yeah, I can't think of another time in history where, like, I'm trying to think of any other time where there was like an actual shortage that wasn't like more than a few days. Like,
yeah, like
I can't think of a single thing.
Like shit, like a ship washed up on shore or something, and they just like got it fixed in like a week or so.
Right. Yeah. Everything I can think of is within the last year, like gas shortage, toilet paper, but nothing's like the GPU shortage has gone on for like what 9 months now, maybe longer. It has to be.
I think
longer.
We're going on month 10 now. Because they announced the 30 series in like September. I think the first one, the 3080 was like September or October.
You're right. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, and it was pretty much immediately like just wasn't that the first time you couldn't even buy them from NVIDIA? Like they were just like whatever. Fuck
yeah,
you.
I believe NVIDIA just gave up. Like they exclusively sell their Founders Edition cards through Best Buy, which is like the Founder Edition are like the reference cards. So those are the ones NVIDIA makes, and then the third parties come in and make them as well. And NVIDIA was just like, fuck it, Best Buy, only place you can get it. And Best Buy was like, fuck you. Best Buy sucks from the start. So.
Yeah, I remember I wasn't even in the market for a GPU because mine hasn't had any problems up until recently. But I remember like February. No. When was it? Last spring, maybe like June, maybe a year ago, they had signs outside of Best Buy, and you couldn't even go in. They had like this weird like hazmat team set up, and they were just like, we don't have GPUs, we don't have any computer parts. It's like, oh great, okay, so we're in June and it's already gone to shit. Like, can't
crazy.
have anything.
It's fucking crazy, dude. Like, when I built my PC, so like I've, you know my history. I started making YouTube videos like doing Minecraft, and I did it so much that it burned me out of games like completely. So I quit playing video games for like from like 2015 or 2016 to like basically like last summer, late 2019. I got a Switch because I lived with my friends in a dorm, and that kind of got me back into games. And so like last year I was like, oh, I'll build a PC. And my cousin gave me his hand-me-down PC, and it had like, existing parts. I've got it up on my computer. It's too far to reach, but this like shitty NVIDIA GT like 570 old graphics card.
Oh, right.
Didn't work.
Right.
Didn't work. And I was like, okay, that's fine. I'll just get a graphics card. And my friend was there with me, and he was like, are you an idiot? What do you mean you'll just get a graphics card? And I was like, what are you talking about? And he's like, dude, they're impossible. And I was like, I'll just get an old one. And he's like, no, the old ones are selling for like $1,000.
Yeah.
And
yeah, it's so bad. It's like, I remember it was weird. Like, there was a time where like no one was buying like CPUs or anything else. Like, I had a Ryzen 3 like first gen in this, and then I got a Ryzen 5 like 3600 or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I got that for like a 30% discount. Like, I got it on super sale because I guess no one was buying them. But at the same time, if you tried to get a GPU, it was just like, yeah, good luck, buddy.
Yeah,
like you're not going anywhere.
Yeah.
You add it to your Amazon cart. It's just like, fuck you, you fucking retard. What do you think you're
They
doing?
let you add it to the cart, and then they call you a moron when you get to checkout. They're like, I thought you were playing. What the fuck is wrong with you? Yeah.
Jeff Bezos just pops up on screen and starts laughing at you.
It's crazy. And people are, so like basically there's, the context behind it is, there's a silicon shortage. And like silicon is the second most plentiful element on Earth. It's just that like a lot of the foundries are shut down right now because of COVID, and supply lines are fucked up. And then there's the remnants of a Trump-China trade war at the end of his term that's put in like embargoes on stuff. Right. And so like it's just really hard to get the silicon for semiconductors into people's hands. And it's affecting the car industry. Apple's new MacBooks are going to be delayed. They announced, or their new iPads are going to be delayed because of it. And so since there's a shortage, you've got these stores where normally they'd be getting like hundreds of cards in a shipment for people to come in and get, and they get 60. This morning, we went to go try and get my friend an RTX 3070 Ti because he got scheduled to work. So he sent me the money and asked me to go get it for him since I've already got my card. And when we got there, people mobbed the front door of the store. There were people like waiting outside already overnight, and then like we had to get put into a queue system, and somebody leaked the queue system to the Micro Center Discord. So there were 60 cards. The store got 60 cards on launch day, and 400 people signed up for them. And they said the wait time for these 60 cards was going to be 7 hours, but you had 10 minutes to get to the front door if you got chosen. Like it's.
How did that even work? Like, did it?
No,
or
it didn't.
They just
it was a shit show. It was a shit show. No, they went with it. They stuck with it. But like, we got there at 9 when they started handing out vouchers, and we left at like noon. We were there for 3 hours, just waiting, and like we didn't even hear until like 1 or 2 that they were like, "Oh, you didn't get picked." Fuckwit. But yeah.
At least Newegg has the decency to tell you. Not waste any of your time.
Don't remind me. I know they tell you. But yeah, so you got these cards where like normally stores would get big shipments and they're getting jack shit. And people are like clobbering each other to get these cards. And then you have the scalpers come in, and what they do, and because these guys have the money to grab the most expensive or to grab multiple cards. So now everything's like Micro Center will ID you, and you can't buy a card from any Micro Center for 30 days after that. Like per household.
Oh my god.
Per address.
That's insane.
Because people are buying them up and selling them for thousands of dollars. Like they're scalping them.
Right.
Like I often relate it to concert tickets because that's how like my parents can understand. Because they dealt with concert scalpers when they were our age. And
right.
And yeah, and then the other half of it is the crypto miners who buy up 8 or 9 cards each, and they're not selling them, they're just putting them in mining rigs. And they make, and the more cards in the rig, the more money and the more cards they can buy. So like those are usually the dudes that like they don't have jobs anyway, so they can just wait all night outside of the store, like 7 days a week, to get these cards.
Yeah, I was. Do you think the majority of the people that are buying these at insane markups, because I've seen like 3080s, 3070s at like $3,000, and like a 3070s MSRP is like what, $500 or something?
3070s $500. Yeah.
So, do you think, like, I'm trying to figure out who has pockets for that, because like I think the most I would pay for a 3070 is $800.
That's what I paid
like,
for
anything
mine.
Over that, like, I feel like that's pretty much like. It's crazy. A year ago, calling that reasonable would be like, "Are you out of your mind?"
Yeah,
but
yeah.
Like,
are you insane? That's almost
like,
double.
Yeah, but now it's like whatever. At least I got one.
Yeah.
But it's got to be all of the Bitcoin and crypto miners that are willing to pay like $3 or $4 for one of these cards.
See, I
can't.
I don't know for sure, because I do know some. Like my friend got his 3070 from a scalper, and albeit he got his in like October or November, so like. He got it for $700, and the MSRP is like $500, so his wasn't like outrageous.
Right.
But Nvidia actually came out and made a statement, and they were like, the majority of the cards are getting into the hands of gamers, and I guess either they know because they can tell with their drivers being, installed. They could be like, okay, the majority of these cards sold, about 80% of them had the drivers installed and ran games, since we're just being watched by every company for performance metrics that they can shout at a keynote.
Right.
but also it could just be that they're just coping, They're like, no. Gamers are getting them.
Well, I wonder, like, because I know that for a while the easiest way, and I don't know if this is still true, to get like a new card was to buy a pre-built, like they would have them. So I wonder if they're like saying, well, we sold all the cards to iBuyPower Gaming Edition Mega Gamer Gaming Style.
Make that company.
And they're saying like, oh, that got in the hand of a gaming boys.
Right. they're like, oh, so they'd be counting their like pre-builts into the sale metrics.
Right.
Yeah, because I don't know.
I bet you
buy
anything.
pre-built.
No, yeah, unless they were literally just trying to buy the pre-built to rip the card out of it.
I mean, that's what people are doing. My friend saw a pre-built. It was like a brand new pre-built with like a GTX 1060 in it, because some guy bought the pre-built for the 3080, pulled the 3080 out, popped his 1060 in, and like sold the pre-built for the same amount, because the 1060,
oh my god,
like the 1080 and 1060s are worth what the 30 series cards are MSRP right now. It's fucking crazy. My like an RX 580 is being sold for $600, and that was like it was like 300 MSRP when it launched in like 2015.
Right. Shit, because I have an RX 570 now, and it's like. It's one of those cards where it's like 80% there. Like it'll do pretty much everything, but like if I'm in Premiere too long, crash. If I game for like more than 2 hours, it's gonna start hiccuping. Like it's at the end of its lifespan. It's like 3 years old now.
That's where I was with,
and I just got to stick it out.
That's where I was with this. This is my 290, my Radeon 290 that I had in there, and like my friend sold it to me for $20, and then he was really pissed because he was like, dude, I shouldn't have done that. I could have sold it for like 200. But like that thing was like 60% there, where I had to run my stuff at 1080p, but I could play most games at 60 frames with like the settings kind of halfway down.
Right.
It's like it's livable, but definitely not ideal.
I feel like we're at that point where games, for whatever reason, are trying to like get to that like higher end market. Like Cyberpunk comes to mind, but like I pulled up Fortnite for the first time in a year. And I used to be able to play that at ultra at like 1080p and get 120 FPS, and I couldn't even run it at medium. Like it was getting like 40 FPS. I was like, "Are you kidding me? What the fuck did they do to this game?"
They put ray tracing in Fortnite.
Did they?
They put ray tracing in Fortnite.
Oh my god!
You can see your reflection in the window of Bobby's Burger Hut when you run by.
I guess I can't be surprised. They put it in Minecraft, but like, still, crazy. Fucking. Why of all games?
I think that's. I feel like it's probably they have a partnership with these card companies too. So like sure. Nvidia reaches out and says, "Hey man, we've been working on RTX. Can you put this shit in your game? Because nobody wants to pay for the card. So can you just put RTX? It's a cross promotion for RTX, and then we'll say RTX enabled games is Fortnite. And so when someone gets their PC." And they're starved for RTX content, they will stoop to the bottom of the barrel and play your game.
Do you use RTX a lot? Do you actually use it, or is it just
the only thing the only game I have that supports it is Minecraft. I wish they would put it in Worms. But no, I use it all the time. Like in Minecraft, I have it turned on because it doesn't affect my performance, and it looks fucking dope. It's like actual rays of light. So when you're walking and the sun is coming up, you see the shadow of the tree on the ground. And as the sun comes up, the shadow moves. And when you go inside buildings, you see it like shining through like you would in like it's almost like a cathedral.
Don't tell me anymore, man. Come on.
It's impressive. And
you're like dangling a steak in front of me,
because I played at 2K and 144 hertz, and it's just like how you got to be like an ape to not use that. What card did you say you had?
Fuck you. Fuck you. I like how like literally a few weeks ago I was like, yeah, my card, it can run Minecraft at like 90 FPS, and you're like, you fucker, how fucking dare you, I'm gonna find you. And now you're just
mad.
like, oh, life sure is good.
Life sure is swell. Plink.
I was my mom's car had some kind of recall on it. Like they needed to swap the compressor, so she had to set everything up, and I was like, I'll go. She was like, come with me, and I was like, okay, because she still thinks that dealerships are going to try to scam her because she's a woman.
Right.
And so I was like, okay, like I got nothing better to do. And I show up and I'm like, where's the dealership? There's no fucking cars because they can't. There's not enough silicon to make chips for the cars, so there's no cars. Mm-hmm. So it's like just a parking lot with a giant building on it. It's so like go to a car dealership. It's eerie. It's like you don't want to be there.
Yeah, I've seen it. There's a Jeep dealership by my house that's like they have like 4 Jeeps and then like a Miata over by the repair shop. And then that's it. Or whatever the fuck other brand that Jeep is owned by.
Oh, like a Fiat.
Yeah, like there's like a Fiat. It's like a Piper Perry Fiat and a couple Jeeps behind it. And that's it.
I saw this TikTok that was like some guy working at a dealership, and he's like, "Yeah, we got Jeeps, and it's all the Jeep Renegade, which is like this tiny, like squat little, crappy Fiat thing." And I was like, "Yep."
Yeah, I remember that.
Jeep.
they had such a hard time selling Jeep Renegades that they used that song Renegade in all their advertising to try and make it cool. And it made me hate that song. Living like a renegade. Hey. Now I just think of the Jeep commercials for the worst Jeep model out there whenever I hear that song.
Yeah. I know. I have this, I guess, like, I don't even know how to describe them. Someone I know has a Jeep Renegade, and they have this huge American flag decal, and they have like American flags, like little ones, like I don't even know how they got them, but they're on the door. I mean, you've seen trucks with shit like this, but this time it's on a tiny Jeep, and it's like proudly American. It's like it's an Italian car.
Yeah,
it's like
proudly American, driving something Italian that breaks down.
Hey.
This is my Jeep. It's a Stromboli.
Hey, Tone, look at my Jeep. It's all American. Forget about it.
Hey, Tony, get out of your F-150. Come look at my Jeep. I got it yellow like a macaroni. Yes, it's just insane, though. Like, cars are fucked. Computers are fucked. I think recently there was, like, they haven't been making these certain catalytic converters for Hondas. Like,
Yeah.
People have been stealing them out of Hondas on campus at my college.
They steal them out of Priuses. So you have this tiny little like electric economy car, and then it's just like...
That's so funny. Yeah, there was like weekly emails from our UTA police department that were like, please don't park your Honda. We can't find who's stealing the catalytic converters. Please do not leave your car unattended. It was that bad.
I guess just find whoever's selling them on eBay in the area. Just
There's a really weird. There's another guy too. I've been seeing on like the Ring doorbell videos from like the neighborhood app that these guys go and they steal tailgates off of trucks.
Really?
And they sell those on Craigslist.
Like the entire like tailgate door, or like?
Yeah, because if you leave it unlocked, all they have to do is open it and then unscrew like 6 bolts and it just comes off.
No shit.
The whole door.
I never would have even thought of that.
Me either until I saw it. And then they just sell it as like a part because they're apparently really expensive.
Yeah, there's some guy with a Prius that had his cat cut off, and it's just I can hear him coming from like the next town over, and I'm like, it's funny, but it's probably not like when he gets the repair bill to that, he's not gonna be laughing.
Yeah,
that's like $2,000, right?
He's already not laughing because his catalytic converter got stolen. We're laughing.
We're laughing.
Jesus Christ, man.
We can't hear him laugh over the sound of his car.
Can't over the sound of his missing catalytic converter. He's watching this right now, and he just put a fist through his monitor. It's like, my bill's already insane. Fuck.
It's on Spotify. He can't even hear us make fun of him right now.
Smashed his phone.
Fuck.
Crazy.
Yeah, but I guess the main driving force for the GPUs is these cryptos and these loser like influencers and like nobodies that like I follow a lot of Japanese people. I didn't know this. It's a huge problem in Japan. Half of the time, if you're on Tinder in Japan, most of them are trying to get you to buy crypto. Like, they're real people, but they're not interested in you. They just want you to buy crypto.
Is that just only one of the only portals that isn't like being watched heavily? I guess where they can show crypto.
Yeah, and then I'll have people that'll retweet like a block of Japanese text, or they'll quote tweet it and just be like LOL, and it's like I'll hit translate and it's blah 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 Bitcoin. It's like, oh, okay.
God, I never even. Damn, because I did see like an article about like China just confiscated like a huge like crypto farm.
Yeah, and it crashed. Yeah, yeah. I have some money in Bitcoin, like $150 or something like that. I do have some crypto, but like,
let me see what mine was.
I don't know. I'm a loser. I'll buy whatever people tell me.
I have it in a special folder here. It's where I keep all my crypto stuff.
Let me see what I have this scuffed app that I like. It's like an APK because half of the stuff I bought like you can't buy on actual exchanges. So let's see. But yeah, I bought it like there was one dip for Bitcoin and then it crashed. It did its real crash with the fucking I don't know. I guess with that China stuff and Elon Musk, which we'll get into in a little bit, but. Yeah, it was. I gotta unbutton this. It's getting fucking hot in here. I was. Yeah, I don't know. I'm at the point where I don't even give a shit. Like,
I don't either.
I could lose all my money, and I'm just like, whatever.
I made like 100 off of Doge, and then that 100, or like 50 of that, I put back into Coinbase. So that was like free money. That's just kind of like bouncing around there. By the way, they just added Doge to Coinbase, and they want people to invest in it so badly they're doing a sweepstakes giveaway.
Oh no.
So you could win, one winner will get $300,000 in Doge, 10 winners will get 30,000, and 6,000 winners will get 100. And they're just saying, please just buy 100 of Doge, 100 or more of Doge, please.
What's first place? 300,000 worth of Doge?
Yeah.
That's like, what is that going to be worth? 10 grand in a week? Like,
no, it's going to be worthless in a week. Because Doge has been like, I think Elon completely ruined it. I haven't seen it go above like 50.
Yeah, I remember I was listening to this podcast and these guys were talking to this.
It's 32 cents. It's fucked.
Oh yeah, it's over.
It peaked at 34 this week.
Oh shit. Well, maybe it'll come back to 33. We'll call that even. I was listening to this idiot. He was like some voice actor they were interviewing on this podcast, and he was like, oh, I'm big on Bitcoin, I figured it out, Elon Musk is a genius. This was post the crash, like this is post this SNL thing, and he was like, actually, let me explain what happened there. So Dogecoin is this bullshit like cryptocurrency that's literally based on nothing.
Mm-hmm.
The entire thing's a joke. Started 5 years ago when Bitcoin first got big. And then Elon Musk just woke up one day and was like, you know what, we're going to pump this up, this meme coin. We're going to make it the next big thing. So it shot up to, what was its peak, like 77 cents or something like that?
I want to say 74, 77. That's a pretty good ballpark. I was there for that part. So like, I remember Doge was 6 cents in January, and I could have put 100 in, and that 100 would be worth like 5,000 or 6,000. When it started popping, and I didn't, because I was like, no, it's never going anywhere. And then
you're not gonna believe this. I put $30 in when it was at 3 cents.
Oh man!
And I cashed out when it was at like 10 cents, and then I put all of that money into stocks because I just did that through Robinhood because it was the only place that would let you at the time. So if I don't know how much, I don't even want to think about how much money I would have made if I stepped through, because there was or what did I just say? If I kept it.
Yeah.
Because there was a time where it went up to like 10 cents and then crashed to like 5 and then shot back up.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, this is over. This joke sucked. And then it fucking went to 70.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, it wasn't just like, didn't just fucking go to 70. It was like
Right,
steadily
right.
climbing. And I bought back in at 35 and then it was about 70, 68 or so. And then Elon went on SNL and he was so unfunny that it crashed completely, and I sold it like 63. So like I turned my 100 into 200. Like I got,
well, there you go.
I doubled it and I sold it. I got the fuck out of there, and it just tanked. We were watching live on stream, and there's actually this streamer that's like a crypto guy, and he was live on stream. He'd been live for like 6 hours, just drinking Red Bulls. He's like, "It's going to the moon. It's going to the moon. It's going to the moon." He had like 6 Gate.io windows opened up, watching the second to second thing, and I tweeted him a picture of to the moon, and it was like the Earth. It was a graphic of the Earth, and then like a crypto flag, and it went up, and then it crashed, and the moon was down here. And he opened it on stream, and he like froze for a second, and he was like, "You gotta have jokes, man. You gotta have a sense of humor about it." Yeah.
The funniest crypto related thing is, you might have seen me post this video. This idiot guy that was like, I can't even remember the full context of this, but he's like this crypto guy. He made like 50 grand. He refreshes his profile and it had dropped to like 7 grand, and he just goes like, the sound he make is so ridiculous.
It's so sad.
No one could ever like duplicate that sound. Like that was his soul leaving.
That's
his body.
devastating. The crypto shit is so crazy because like it's so volatile. I had 100 in Ethereum that I was gonna just leave in there, and then I took out back in 2017, and that 100 would be worth like 100 grand now.
Fuck.
Like I bought it when it was less than $1. It actually said probably be like a couple $100 grand if I had just left it. And that's, I think a lot of people feel that way because like crypto, you kind of fuck around with it and then you get out. And then like, and it has the potential to just take the fuck off. Like there's people that made good money, even though Doge got fucked. There's people that made good money off of that had been there since like the beginning, you know? And so it's like fun, but there's some people that just like pour everything into it. Like that guy, like they pour their entire like portfolios into like some dumb shit because Elon Musk said it was cool. And they're assholes. They're assholes to you. And then it crashes. And they're like, "No, it's not the end. It's not the end, bro. It's just beginning, man. It's just beginning, bro."
It's coming back.
And they're like, "Why are people laughing at me? Why are these people that I called poor laughing at me?"
Didn't you have like an actual experience with like someone that was trying to sell his friend Bitcoin, like just in a truck stop or something?
Yeah. If I send you the video, could you also like overlay it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll do a little bit of description first. So, I'm on a road trip. I was actually going down to Austin to film the graphics card song video.
Right. Yeah, I'll link that. I'll put that as the first link. That shit was fucking good. I know.
It's kind of a shame it didn't pop off very far. I'm kind of bummed. But
it'll come back. YouTube is so fucking weird. I'll work like 3 hours a day on a video. It'll get 20 views. I made a video in 10 minutes yesterday, and it got 500 views in the first like 24 hours. It's never popped.
That's why the clown video popped off. It was a fucking Snapchat that I put on Twitter.
Right.
And that versus videos that I've put, an entire week into. Entire week that could have been working a job.
I guess we never even addressed that you're the penis enlargement.
Oh yeah,
No, like we just completely glossed over that. Like someone's gonna be listening to this and be like, "What?
Yeah,
what the fuck?"
Yeah, the meme of the little clown in the sewer, and he's like, "You want penis enlargement pills?" It's this guy. You'd never know it though, because when I post it, TikTok and other websites take it down. But when someone else reposts it, they get millions of views. It's pretty awesome.
How the fuck? TikTok is the worst platform. Yeah. It makes literally no sense. I made this video making fun of some guy. He's like, he had a Tesla. Like, there's so many people on TikTok that are like Tesla goons.
Yeah.
And he was
they're the same people that are buying Dogecoin. Because it's Elon.
Exactly,
their world revolves around Elon's big head. He's got a gravitational pull like that episode of Buzz Lightyear. If you remember that.
I do, yeah. Fuck. Oh, that's funny.
His head got so big, it was just like floating around it.
And he was like, plugging in his Tesla, and he's like, I got this special thing off of Amazon that locks in so people can't unplug my supercharger, and it was like this ring. It looked just like a cock ring. So I fucking stitched it, and I said, dude, that's a cock ring. Your car needs a cock ring. He fucking reported the video. I've never had that happen to me in my entire life. I've made fun of so many people on TikTok and gotten like hundreds of likes, and no one gives a shit. Like, the guy was just like, oh, that's fun. This Tesla guy fucking reported it within 10 minutes. Like, he was just refreshing TikTok.
Right. He's looking for, he's got a little hard on for all the comments that are like, dude, nice Tesla, I want to get one of those.
Don't make fun of it, you fucker. I'm saving the environment.
On the complete opposite end of the spectrum, have you seen the video of the girl? Like, daddy got her a Tesla, and she tried to gas it up at the gas station.
Yes.
She couldn't figure out how it works. So good.
Oh, man. How are Teslas still being made with this chip shortage? That's what fucking boggles my mind. You can still buy a Tesla and have it within like a few weeks.
I feel like they make a lot more than they sell. Like, comparatively to other car makers, because they've got fully fledged car plants. I'm pretty sure like the buyer to production ratio is a little bit, or under normal circumstances is probably they make more than they sell, and then they just kind of ramp up and down production. So like right now they've probably got a surplus of Teslas, but also people weren't buying a ton in the first place. So I'm sure like because of job loss and you know, extra medical bills and stuff, people probably are buying less Teslas, which is helping them.
Yeah, that makes sense. I think Tesla's a huge bubble. Every time I say that, they gain like $100 worth of value. So like,
I don't know. I
just
think
stopped
they're
saying
cool.
it.
If I had the money, I'd get a Tesla. I think they're neat.
Well, the thing is, I recognize the technology, but how I see it is in 15 years they'll be owned by another company. Like, Tesla will still exist, but like
you think so?
That new Ford truck,
the Lightning,
that new F-150, the Lightning, that thing's gonna destroy the Cybertruck. Like, because it's first they have a work truck, and it's cheap for one. And it's more reliable. Like, it's just going to go on for longer. It looks better.
Apparently it can power a house for like 2 days.
Yeah, that shit's going to be... That's cool. Like, I don't give a shit about electric cars. I don't think I'll ever, like, unless the government puts a gun to my head and says you're buying an electric car, I don't think I'll ever own one. But, like, I've driven a Tesla, and I was like, this fucking sucks. Like, it's like... have you ever played, like, Afterburner, the arcade cabinet? Mm-hmm. Like, or like any like one of those like arcade racing sims.
I
like
haven't.
At Walmart.
Oh yeah. Okay, I played like yeah. With like where there's like the photorealistic girl and she's like ready, set, go.
Yeah. It drives just like one of those. Like, it has like it drives like an arcade cabinet, and then after like all it can do is accelerate really fast. You take a curve and you're like, okay, here. You drive a truck, so you know what I mean. Yeah. So like you go to turn and you're like, ugh, because it's so heavy.
I just do that anyway. Like I'm habitually I just lean against it. Everybody else in the car fucking rolls across. I'm just like, everyone good?
They're like on the other side. They fall out. They've fallen out the window.
Yeah, I was like, oh shit, they're gone. They're like in the street.
But yeah, I don't like the way they drive. I think that's just an electric car thing. I think it'll work for a truck, but I don't know. I'm not like a Tesla anti, but maybe I'm a Tesla supporter anti, because I can't fucking stand these people that'll come into your mentions and be like, Tesla's the future, dude. Yeah. I have a friend that works for Tesla, and he's like, yeah, they're fucking terrible.
Yeah, well, you fuck with the car, not the culture.
Right, exactly. Yeah. That's exactly
it's a lot of stuff. You know, people say that a lot, you know. Like any community almost, except Dream, it's all bad. But like with the cars and stuff, they're good cars.
Could we talk about Dream? Can we just make this a variety podcast?
Fuck it, bro. Fuck it, bro. We've already got the suits on. Dream, holler at me when you want some cocaine. Because I do it.
Some what?
I do it a lot.
Some what?
Some
what?
Some Coca-Cola.
Oh, like the drink.
Yeah. Yeah, no, you want to have some Coke with my homie Kane. He usually picks up the drinks.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So just so we're clear, we're not talking about like drugs, right?
No. I don't do drugs, and I pay my taxes.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
cool.
Just making sure you knew that.
Cool. Okay. Yeah, I knew that.
No, we're good. We're good. There's no worries. It's all good.
I've never seen a fan base implode so fast as Dreams. By the way, this podcast is 0 for 3 so far. No, we're 3 for 3. Every single fucking time we talk about a community, it explodes. We talked about Dream. He's having this huge exodus. We talked about Hololive. Fucking huge drama going on there.
I was actually talking with my friends at lunch, and they follow Hololive stuff, and I was able to engage in the conversation because of your shit.
Don't worry, I watched this video from this one guy who was just making shit up on the spot.
Hey, I know everything. I rattled it off, and they were like, yeah, exactly. So I guess we're good.
Now they're gonna just start like talking to you about it, and you're gonna be like, yeah.
Yeah, no, my friend, he tried to talk afterwards. He's like, I was driving him right home, and he's like, do you watch Gubo or something shit? And I was like, no. He's like, oh, well, she's dating, Sugma, and he's got, and so she's only famous because of him. I'm like, okay. All I know is that Rusha screams. That's all I know.
Yeah. That's all you need to know.
That shit, and then we watched.
That's literally all you need to know. Don't research further than that.
No, I watched a compilation of that shit. It was pretty funny. I think it's funny because the VTuber model is just like,
it's desynced, yeah.
And then so she's like screaming at the top of her lungs, and the model is like.
I got this Twitter thread, and someone was like, I don't understand how you sexualize VTubers. And someone replied, yeah, you're jacking off to a GIF.
I've jacked off to less. I've jerked off to PNGs and magazine pages. So a GIF is pretty fucking cool.
That's advanced. That's
yeah. There's a whole GIF section on Pornhub for a reason.
Is there really?
Yeah, there is. There's a GIF section. For people, I guess, with bad bandwidth or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I can't
load a video. Yeah,
hilarious.
Let me just watch a loop.
Shit, that's
and then it looks like this. Funny. It looks like this because it's like hyper. It's like 10 seconds hyper compressed. So you got like the bad color in the lines.
Fuck. What were we talking about? Dream. Have you seen Dream? Do you know what he looks like?
Oh yeah. He looks like Titan from Megamind.
Holy shit. Who's the guy? Who's the fucking guy? Oh my god, I might have to pull up Discord. There's this the fucking guy from Monster House. Or is that what it's called?
Oh, Chowder. Chowder from Monster House. Yeah. That's one of my favorite movies.
That shit fucking made me laugh so hard.
I wish he was as cool as Chowder. Chowder was badass.
I don't know if I should feel bad for Dream or what, because it's first of all he looks like that. So I gotta feel a little bad.
I'm not gonna go and like make fun of his looks, because I'm not an asshole. I'm sure he's insecure about it, and that's why he's never shown his face.
Right.
And stuff. So I'm not gonna contribute to that. But I still think he's a fucking loser. So I'll laugh at him for like everything else.
I feel like it's a little bit of, like, I'm not going to be like, look at how fat he is. Look at this guy. Look at his nose.
Right.
But I feel like the fact that he was getting, like, people to body double for him, it's like, it's so pathetic. Like, if you just came out in the way you are, this never would have been a problem.
Because he's got the whole community that, like, every time he fucks up, they're like, it's okay. Everybody makes mistakes. He tries hard. So I feel like if he showed his appearance, they would just be like, so good to see you, man. We love you. Because, like, they love him unconditionally.
Right. Pretty much, yeah.
But,
yeah, he's like a dog to them or something.
Yeah.
Like, no matter what he does.
oh, you shit on the table and dragged your ass across my antique Chinese tablecloth. He's a good boy. It's okay. Throws a bone. He jumps up midair and catches it. Does a backflip. He's Bolt, the dog from Disney.
That movie was fucking terrible.
That movie was awesome.
That movie sucked. That movie sucked, dude.
The best part was when they reboot the franchise at the end because the main actress quits. They like,
oh shit,
like that was the most.
Okay,
that shit aged really well.
Cool. That was pretty cool.
They pulled a Doctor Who and just like replaced her character and said like you had plastic surgery. So good,
ridiculous.
But yeah, back to what you were saying about Dream.
Yeah, it's like, I feel like. Maybe the real reason why he never did like a face reveal is because he knew like at that point people were going to be less enthusiastic to defend him. Like right now they're canceling him for what did he even do?
But he said like he said something like drugs are bad for black communities or something.
Yeah.
Let me look it up real quick. Dream drugs.
Okay.
Tweet.
Because it was like I remember reading that and I was like I don't like Dream, but like this is This is getting to be a little ridiculous.
But here's oh, no way!
What?
Hold up.
Is it gone?
Wait, Dream Hangout tweets show up on Google search results, even though he's a private account. No way. Hey, felt like this was important for me to say. I'm sorry that my reply earlier that contained me saying drugs could be harmful to like black communities. It's cut off there. But yeah, Dream Hangout tweets show up in Google search results. Look up Dream Drugs tweet right now. The top result is and if you click on it, it says this account is limited, so I can't see it, but it shows up in the fucking SEO.
Dream Drugs tweet, you said?
Yeah, just Dream Drugs tweet.
Oh my god. You're not fucking kidding. Yeah, and you can't see it because it's a private account. Wow, that's
weird.
That's okay. Fair enough, I guess. But yeah, so he said something like, I would call that very innocuous. But that was, I guess that's the end. And then his face, like, I don't know if he was doxxed or what the story is there, but well, obviously
it looks like it's like a Facebook profile photo. Oh, here's the tweet. I listen to rap too. People linking me saying drugs with music notes around it to rap music are off. Pretty much all music nowadays talks about drugs. The point is that it isn't that it's weird, it's that it's art experience. Okay, maybe this wasn't it. But that's also deleted. This dude has more deleted tweets than he has tweets on his page.
Right, yeah.
I swear.
He's a coward. Yeah, we talked about that. Like,
oh, here it is.
These people that have like they're so afraid to make any statement in the second. Like, if I was Dream in that situation, I would not apologize. I'd be like, what the fuck? But because he has to kneel to his fans, he's like, I'm so sorry, guys. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, I think if anything, the last like couple weeks have shown that the dude is obviously just like his fans, and he gets off on this. His fans are his like never-ending squad of yes men, and like he obviously has tailored the way he speaks to them and the way that he addresses controversy and everything to like I hate the word manipulative because YouTubers talking about other YouTubers have ruined the word manipulative to me. But but he is like it's articulated very well to that like his audience has been kind of spoon-fed this idea of like we have to defend Dream, and they do it on their own, and he just I feel like he gets off on that. Like these people, worship him, and he needs that. Like maybe I mean, look at him. He obviously isn't. He wasn't a jock at his high school. He obviously wasn't. He was probably failing all his classes. That's what the mask is apparently. But
the mask are normal pills, dude. What the fuck?
Oh, that's right. The mask is normal pills. I couldn't finish the video. It sucked. It looked like a Go Animate cartoon that you made on your library computer. I'm sorry to the animator. I didn't. Yeah, I feel someone animated that for him and probably busted their ass. But
yeah, but
the direction was a bit weird. I feel like he only made that because people got mad that his animatic was like completely stolen art for the lyric video. Yeah, that art of him on the bed flipping through his books. That's like the lo-fi hip hop drawing.
Oh, that's right.
And someone just like traced over it.
Traced over.
And he was just like it's great.
What is he? He literally doesn't care. Like if he never got caught for that, and he knew, he wouldn't do anything. He's not a very moral guy. Like at the end of the day. So I feel like that's why a lot of people are willing to jump on him for how he looks, because it's like, I don't know. It feels like just desserts, Like
it's true.
Like whatever we can take.
But
like,
especially
this guy.
when you tweet some shit like the genuine criticism at him, and your comments get flooded of like drawings of him with a 6-pack, and then you see that you're like, okay, cool. They sent me drawings of his brother. That's all his brother. The guy that stands in for him was his brother, by the way. Apparently.
Right. Yeah.
And there was something else. There was a point we were talking about at lunch today. It was like, I've never seen a YouTuber, especially so big, be in constant controversy that hasn't done it to themselves.
Right.
Like Donkey.
Right.
When has Donkey ever gotten into shit like with other YouTubers or been canceled? At least in recent history, I haven't heard of anybody being mad with Donkey videos.
No, I don't. The only controversy I know of is when he made that I struggle to call this a controversy. There was a time where a lot of people were imitating his videos, and he made a video kind of like as a joke calling them out. And some people were like, I'm not a donkey clone. Are you kidding me? But that was like a day.
One of them was Pyrocynical, and he was actually absolutely copying donkey shit.
Yeah, and he even fucking kind of...
Yeah.
I don't know if he admitted it.
No, but he stopped
kind of
doing it.
Incorporated the joke. He did stop doing that.
Yeah, but like, you look at these YouTubers that are constantly in controversy, like this guy's like, Ethan Klein, PewDiePie, sometimes JonTron, fucking
Keemstar.
Keemstar, especially. What's her name? Trisha Paytas. Trisha, like all these people, Gabby Hanna. It's always these huge canceling events and stuff to people that bring it upon themselves.
Right.
Because there are lots of big YouTubers, Jacksepticeye, Markiplier, guys that this shit never happens to.
Right.
Because they don't dredge it up themselves, and whether it's through, like, I feel like he makes up half of his issues by apologizing for them. Because like he sees one tweet in his replies that's like, dude, you shouldn't have said that, and he has to make a whole public tweet telling everybody, I would like to set the record straight. I shouldn't have said this thing, and like I don't think any of us would even know about it, but he has to have every single person like him. It seems. I'm not going to diagnose him, but it seems like that, and that's why he apologizes, because he thinks that's going to fix everything.
I think it's really interesting because on the other end of that spectrum, you have Jay Schlatt, who is canceled every single fucking week for like nonsense, and he never addresses it, and he always like performs because of that. He always gets a boost out of that. So like you have Dream, who is doing it the completely wrong way, and then you have someone within his circle who's doing it the right way, and he still hasn't learned, like, you don't have to fucking address everything. You can just shut up and you'll be fine.
Yeah, but then you watch this shit and then you see him hit like 23 million subscribers, and you're like,
that's true.
You're like how? Where
maybe I should just shut up. Like if he's getting 23 off of this shit, like maybe I should just.
I need to just take my normal pills. Can I borrow some of that San Pellegrino there? Get me a sip of my normal pills. Thank you. I don't have like a prop.
I was gonna say, if you produced a bottle from that, I would have lost.
That would have been crazy if I had like a water bottle behind my screen. Oh yeah, it's a camera charger now. It's crazy.
Timeline event. Yeah, I don't know. It's getting weird. This world gets weirder every day. It's all because of the pandemic. Every single episode so far has been because of the pandemic. I guess except for episode 1. But it's like, I don't know. Is the world really going to go back to normal in like 3 months when they say it is? I doubt it. We're just going to be dealing with this shit forever.
I'm worried for like my daughter, because I'm very afraid that online school is going to be the norm. And one of my goals is to keep her off of tech and online as much as possible.
Right.
Like
that's a good goal.
Until she's like 13, like the actual sign up age. Because like working at like Target, I don't even give a fuck. I'll fucking say I work at Target. I hate them. They have these parents that come in with these like just zombie children. Just the Walking Dead.
I worked at Target. Dude, I've worked at Target, Best Buy for a few months, and Verizon for a year. Fucking hell. The Verizon people are the worst because they all have a lot of money because it's like the high-end, carrier.
Yeah.
And, you have like connected iPads and whatever, and they'll bring their kids in, and their kids like won't say hello to you. They won't talk to their parents. They're just on this iPad. And like, we need a new one. We need a cellular one now.
My kid has to watch Cocomelon on the road trip to the Grand Tetons.
It's like on one hand, like, it becomes a moral quandary because you're like, you can upsell this and you can make like $200 off of this, off of the expense of some kid's future, and you're like, you feel bad about that. But if it's like, if I didn't do it, someone else would, like, because the parents don't give a shit. Like, it's whatever.
I have this one story. I was sitting in electronics, and this kid and the mom come by, and she's getting him a computer for his online school, and this is like right when like the pandemic started, and so she's like, honey, why don't you check out this Chromebook right here? It's like $250. It's a good Chromebook. Good for a Chromebook. He'll be able to do his school.
Right. And
he goes, listen, Mom, I don't want that one. I want a gaming laptop. I almost walked over and kicked his head in.
How old was he?
Dude, he was like probably 10.
Oh my God.
Talked to his mom. He's like, Mom, listen closely. I don't want that.
If I talked to my mom like that when I was 10, I'd be dead.
I would not be on this
like,
episode.
You would not be talking to me right
this,
now.
This would not exist for either of us. My dad would have.
Right.
My dad was one of those like, I brought you in this world. I'll take you out, make another one.
Right. What's 17 more years? Yeah, exactly.
Think.
Yeah, fuck. Every single fucking time. Target is the worst because I don't know if your Target's the same, but the toy department was always right next to electronics. And it was like screaming children. That was another thing. When I was like a little kid, like 4 or 5, like I was quiet. Like it was like fucking church whenever I went somewhere.
My dad spanked me in public because I made noise. So I would not make noise after that.
Right, exactly. So it's like it's so weird to see like these 7 to 8-year-old kids like that are old enough to know better, screaming and crying and running around. It's like I don't know. Why do people make the conscious decision to have kids and not raise them? It's so weird.
Well, I think probably some of that could be the product of they didn't make the conscious decision to have kids. They just couldn't abort them.
Right.
Living in Texas, that's very common.
A little
here.
real. A little real.
Yeah. Unfortunately. But also, I think it's just like, the whole meme of like, like slapping the Band-Aid on the broken marriage, have a kid. You've got people that like they especially nowadays too. You see these moms with Instagrams and stuff. I have experienced this. I'll go into that a little later. Like the whole like it's sensationalized to have a kid because there's family vloggers and there's mommy Instagrams and people think it's like rainbows and sunshine. So they have this fucking kid and then they're like, oh, I have to spend time with him. And a lot of them are young and they're like, no, this is my time to shine. And so the kid has like a nanny or they just give him an iPad, shove him in a room so they can I don't know, watch 50 Shades of Grey. I don't know what fucking moms in their 30s right now are doing. It's probably stealing. I don't know.
The problem is because I was like what you said, like they didn't intend to have the kid. That's definitely true. But like I've seen like rich, because there's a rich area near where I live, like with billion-dollar homes. And you can see these people from a million miles away, coming, with their Teslas and Mercedes, and they have their kids, and they're the worst of the worst. Like they don't behave. It's like you have all the time and the money and the resources, and you aren't raising your kid. Like it's not, you consciously made that decision, and it must just be like the marriage is falling apart. Mom doesn't want to go back to being poor again, so let's have a kid.
Yeah, let's get knocked up. Let's just forget to take the birth control pills.
Yeah,
There was another time this lady came in with like a 1-year-old. And she's kind of holding the kid. She's like, I need to get an iPad Pro. And she picked out a 12.9-inch iPad Pro with cellular.
Oh, fuck.
Like a 256 gig.
That's $1,400.
About 18 because she got the cellular one. And and I'm like, oh, is this for you? Is this for your husband? She goes, no, I need a kid-proof case for that. And in my head, I'm like, no, don't say it. Don't say it. Don't say it.
Don't say that.
She's like, it's for him.
Please don't.
It's for him. He broke his other one. It's the 1-year-old. And the 1-year-old's looking at... I'm like...
I don't... Fuck. Yeah, I don't even know if I'd be able to go through with a sale at Verizon if someone... Because that's like $350 worth of like commission, like not direct commission, but into your bucket. And I'd be like, for a 1-year-old, are you fucking kidding me? Maybe look into something else. Like, this is ridiculous.
Yeah. I think probably another thing is that like, we have the internet now. So like, back in like, let's say like the 60s, parents were like, you had your job and then you came home and you like maybe watched the game and made dinner. But now also it's like, oh, I gotta update my Facebook, or I've got to check Instagram, and I'm checking my news feed, and I'm watching these YouTube videos, and maybe
there's so many distractions. Yeah.
That it's like harder for people, I guess, to like get the. Why would I waste my time on this fucking idiot baby when I could be on Instagram, just doom scrolling?
Yeah, I've said this a few times, but like the internet is like they say, like the Industrial Revolution was a mistake. I feel like the internet was like the biggest mistake ever, because I don't know. I guess I'll wait until we have an entire generation that point A to point B lived on the internet. But it just doesn't look good right now.
It's not shaping up well. You've got guys like Dream who have literally like tens of millions of fans at like 18, 19. You've got TikTok kids that have millions of followers that are like living in houses together at like 15. And grown adults in their
creepy.
comments like jerking off and sexualizing them, and like all. Did you see all the people that like got Bad Bunny's OnlyFans on day one, or Bad Baby?
Yeah.
Bad Bunny.
Yeah, that was like they made fun of him, like, oh, you're down bad, but it's like she blew up when she was like 14.
Yeah,
like
there were people that were like,
fuck?
I've been waiting years for this. There's no way that you get involved with an internet personality within the day and are like, oh, I want to see her naked. At least not like that many people. Those people were following her, like
waiting,
like ahead.
Literally.
Yeah. And also you see her, she's always in drama with like Lil Tay or, you know, Skater Boy, whatever the next fucking child star is. She's already got beef with him, and it's like that. You could have. There's got to be a more rewarding life for someone so young.
Yeah, I feel like when you're that age, you're like all into it, and then when you grow, it's like those Disney stars that go off the deep end and like, you know, do cocaine or whatever, and you know, go insane. It's like it's an inevitability that you're gonna regret this life, like eventually.
It's unfortunate.
Yeah, this podcast went kind of off the deep end.
I like it though. It was a good discussion. Hey, that's the title. He said the title. He said the title.
I'll just cut it right there. Off.
Just end the episode. Play the clip from the beginning. Life sure is sweet.
I don't. Do you have anything else you wanna touch on? I mean, you pretty much have the floor. I mean, you can talk about whatever you want. Otherwise, we can wrap it up if you're ready.
Oh, okay. I wanted to ask you because you've been gaining more and more, like, because after like the, you know, Sir Butterblocks era, you kind of took a step back from like being an online personality so much. Like aside from Twitter, you've kind of just been like consuming more media than you make, and then recently you kind of blew up back onto the scene. You're like making TikToks and you're showing your face more in content. You're doing this podcast and stuff. How's that been for you? What's that?
It's been fun. I've been on and off, like, trying to make content. Like, there was a period, I don't know if you remember this, in 2016 where I made Pokemon videos.
Yeah, the Galadite
like, just
channel.
Discussions. Yeah, that was like really low effort content, and I'm trying to, not to say like TikTok is high effort, but I'm trying to like be more like personable, because I was just a voice. So, you know, I have like 600 subscribers or whatever. 200 of them are active, and none of them give a shit who I am. So I'm trying to like grow an audience of people that actually care about the content. But it's literally just because it's fun.
Yeah.
Like, it's just like, it's just one of those fun things to do. And that's what you do too. Like, you're not one of those like you have 15,000 subscribers almost, right?
Yeah, and 100 of them tune in.
But like, in any case, you've been doing this for so long just out of like enjoyment for it more than anything, which is like, that's admirable. Like, at some point people just tune out and they're just like cranking it out, like, I got to do a video this week, I got to do a video this week, I got to do a video this week.
I feel like I was kind of in that in 2019, and I shot myself in the foot by making that video where I was like, I'm exhausted. Like, all those feelings were genuine. But instead of saying I quit, I should have just said I'm taking a break, because when I came back, like, my views have never recovered to what they were when I was feeling exhausted. Like,
I hadn't even thought of
like
that.
I was pulling like 500-600 views a video, and back then I was like, oh, this sucks. This is 0.5%. Now I'm getting like 0.1%.
Damn.
So it, like, you know, like, when you say you're gonna quit, people get people think the rest of the stuff you do is pretty disingenuous, so people tune out because they're like, oh, I thought he was gonna quit, now he's back and stuff, and shouldn't have done that. But I'm doing stuff I like, and I've got, you know, a small group of people that do tune in, and
right,
that's what matters. I've looked at it more as in recent years, year and a half or so, as like internet gives us a chance to kind of like live forever through that. So like, this channel is, you know, I've always wanted to make people laugh, but I think the most important thing to me now is it's like an archive of me. Like, we don't have these videos of we don't have very many videos of our parents, you know, or photos of them. Like, I'm burning a fucking 240p CD with a video of my dad riding a horse right now when he was 9 years old on my iMac. Like, we don't have shit. But because of this stuff, like, this internet and you know, video cameras in our pockets and stuff, it's like we can make and share that stuff so easily. So like, if I were to like die in a plane accident tomorrow, right, or get hit by a car or have a heart attack or whatever, like, my daughter will be able to grow up with me from age 13 to 22. Like, she'll know what I looked like, sounded like, the things I did, see my friend groups, know like my rants, know what I believed and what I thought, like that's
awesome.
Yeah, we're gonna live forever with this kind of stuff.
That's like, I've never even thought of it that way, because I've always been me, I've been a shithead online my entire life. Like, I've just been a complete piece of shit.
Yeah,
but
you're gonna kill me after this podcast, actually.
Yeah, I'm dead.
Send
You're
me to
getting
prison
arrested.
and beat me to death in the back of a locked SWAT van.
And it's like, it's hard to, like, I don't know, I guess in a sort of way I kind of feel like how Keemstar does it, where he's a troll from, like, till the day he was born till the day he died. But, like, what is he going to, like, what are we going to remember him for?
It's just his character. Like, he's his asshole character.
His character.
I'm sure he's got a sensitive side. Like, there's a human side to him, absolutely. And he's really good at shutting that shit down. I couldn't do it because I would feel bad if I was a shithead to that many people.
I don't know. Like, I kind of, like, it's funny to me. Like, I'm doing it like I'm making, like, you already know what I'm trying to do, where I'm trying to fuck with as many people as I can.
Yeah.
And it's like at what point is that going to turn into, all right, this is boring, am I ever going to be able to do what you're doing, where it's like there's a genuine side? And it's like, I don't know if there's any personality worth exploring there, because I'm just so normal. Like, after I turn off the cameras, it's like, I drive car.
I think that shit's really cool. I think there's, like, every single person, what is it? It's like our lives and who we are this, like, patchwork of choices and of paths. I hate to reference Attack on Titan, but, like, all these paths and all these stories, and we are made of that. And so, like, like, nobody has lived their life in the exact order that you have or that I have.
Right.
And we're like these bubbles in a boiling pot, and the fact that it's all so pointless gives it purpose, because it's like, if this is my life, and if it's going to be pointless from the start, I might as well be as sensational as I can, or like like, even just doing your own shit is, like, sensational, because you could just lay down and give up.
Right.
You could just go. Like, you could just sit in front of a TV. I think just going out to eat with your friends is exceptional. Just making that effort to be in other people's memories and be in front of people, and you like cars, fucking cool, and you're passionate about it. A life well lived is a life worth living. So.
That's true. That's
cool.
That is surprisingly deep for a podcast about making fun of 14-year-olds.
Yeah, I know. Someone's gonna call me gay in the comments.
I guess if there's anything, if there's any message that can be taken away from, like, the entire ethos of this, is, like, of the podcast in general, which is kind of interesting, because you're not even, like, a host. Like, you're just kind of like, I'm here, I showed up.
I'm just a dude with gym shorts on below the desk.
Exactly. And it's like the entire idea is, like, even if you are doing cringe shit, like, you've talked to people and you've influenced people, and we're all kind of like, nothing will ever be the same just because you logged on one day.
Yeah.
It sounds stupid and cringe, but, like, it's true.
No,
like,
it's true.
every time you do something, it influences a million other things, like the butterfly effect or whatever.
Yeah. But
so it's like,
oh, sorry, so finish. Sorry.
No, I didn't have anything else to say. I'm gonna be honest.
one way I think about it too is, like, I could give up today, and I've done some pretty sensational shit. Like, if I were to stop, like, just the clown video. I ended up in a Discord call the other day. I made my first TikTok friend. He's this guy named Bo.
Oh, no shit.
We kept, like, duetting each other's stuff, and then I finally got the DM feature. Like I was telling you, it used to be locked behind your phone number, and I wasn't going to give my phone number to TikTok, and eventually I could just DM without having to give it to him. And I think it's like this guy DM'd to me. He, like, duetted something of mine. I duetted something of his, and so we'd been following each other for a while. And I go to type him out a DM, and as soon as I send it, he sends a DM. He's like, "Hey," like, we're both typing at the same time. So, like, we've been talking on Discord for a little bit, and he adds me to a group with his friends, and there's this kid in there that's, like, 16 years old. And he introduced me. He's like, "Yo, everybody, this is my friend. He was the penis clown guy." And the kid's like, "Dude, you were my hero in 7th grade. That was the funniest shit ever." Like, I was like, holy shit.
That's awesome.
When I was 13, man, I just walked around. I was so cringe. I was walking around school. I just kept saying it over and over again. I'm like, man, that's fucking crazy that
that's fucking awesome.
Inspired something, I guess. And there was a guy at my movie theater I was working at, like, the year that it happened. And he came up to me, and he was like, dude, he was seeing, what was it, Blade Runner. 2048 or 2042 or whatever. And he was like, he walks up to me while I'm working the counter, and he goes, "Hey man, this movie's shit, dude." And he was like, I love the food. You were a great server. I definitely want to pay my bill and tip you, but can I get a refund on the ticket? I was like, yeah, dude. So I hooked him up, and he was like, what's another movie that I should see? You know, like while I'm at the theater. And I was like, oh, check out It. It's really good. And this is, the first It had come out. Right. And he was like, really? I don't know. And I was like, dude, it is so good. It's not a horror movie. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's like a thriller, but it's super funny. My friends and I loved it so much we like got all dressed up and made a parody about it. And I really think, and he goes, "Wait a sec."
Oh no.
And I was like, oh man. And this is why I call myself this. He goes, "You're the penis clown." And I'm like, yeah. And he goes, "Dude, my dad sent me that video from Afghanistan."
What? That's fucking awesome.
I'm Mr. Worldwide.
That's really
bitch.
Cool. That's fucking awesome.
So
man, you just need to fucking shave your head with the sunglasses. You literally are Mr.
I know,
Worldwide.
yeah. But like, as long as you put stuff out, like the internet gives us that liberty, something that a lot of people didn't have, is that like as long as there's TikTok, as long as there's YouTube, barring they shut our accounts down years after we die to make space in their fucking dumbass servers, like as long as there's internet, I mean, with that video specifically, you live forever. In that clip,
right? You're immortal because
yeah, and people go around, and still nobody knows it's me, but I hear people have quoted that meme to me, and I've been like, that's me, and they're like, what the fuck? it's all you need is to just get out there, and then you live, and then maybe like my stuff doesn't pop off here, but maybe one day, like this is how I got into Daniel Kyer. He's like one of my favorite comedians, and I found him after he killed himself.
Oh, no shit.
Like somebody might come across your shit long after you're dead and be like, this is so cool.
Right.
And you're still making people laugh and you're not even around.
Right. Yeah, that's that. Like, I think like George Carlin's like the most like famous, like one of the more famous comedians, and he's been dead for like 10 years now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And people will still quote him to me like day to day. Like he's so, like obviously he was like famous, but still like that idea that like the stuff that you've done, just kind of living past your expiration date, for lack of a better word, is like it's such a weird feeling because we as people don't really have the ability to think of things past death. Like it's a weird like concept to us, but it's, I don't know, I think it's really cool.
There's something a little reassuring too. It's like, maybe my videos never pop off, maybe everybody hates me, but you ain't getting rid of me, bitch. I'm gonna be here.
I'll be alive as long as the YouTube servers are. That's
and beyond that, because of the clown videos on Instagram and TikTok, it's gonna be very hard to get rid of either one of us.
Yeah. It's so like there's something gratifying in like I'll get tagged on TikTok like in conversations, and people will be like, go watch this guy's video about this or that, or go watch that, and it's kind of gratifying because it feels like you've kind of like you're influencing the world in a microcosm. Yeah. So I don't know, it's cool. Even when you're alive, the small things are cool. So,
yeah, no, it's really cool. And I think what you were saying too about maybe you'll get bored of being a shitter. Be like, can you ever do like what me or other people do? Look at all these fucking people that have like raped and stolen ideas from and like celebrities and shit. If they can remake themselves, then you can remake yourself from a lot less bad circumstances.
Right. I guess that's true. That's fairly true.
Did you know that you remember Surveillance Cameraman?
I think
he's the guy that would just walk around and film people until they got mad.
Yeah.
I'm recording you. You ever watched Vagrant Holiday?
It sounds familiar, but
he's a dude that like goes and travels in foreign countries, but he like sleeps in the woods and stuff to like.
Yes. He did a video in Japan.
Same person.
No.
I am very sure. If you look at like when Surveillance Cameraman stopped being active and when Vagrant Holiday started. Same timeline. Voice sounds almost the same. Recording equipment on the same. Go listen to like his intonations. Pretty sure he just stopped being Surveillance Cameraman and became Vagrant Holiday.
That's fucking. There's so many like YouTube like conspiracy theories I have, like Corpse Husband not being Corpse Husband, like him being like another.
Yeah, he's me.
Oh shit! Do the voice.
Okay, all right. I need pussy.
I so expected you to be like, hello.
Yeah. Yeah, man, dude. Like, we still need to find out what happened to Joe Pass Gaming.
Oh shit!
Do you remember Joe Pass Gaming?
What happened to Jack? What's his name? Jack Frost Minor or whatever?
Dude, I don't know. So we were like DMing because we got to be friends towards the end of like my Minecraft timeline, and
yeah,
he got a new apartment and a new job. I think he just got sick of Minecraft. I think he just dipped.
I would. Yeah,
I haven't gotten a response from him in like years, but every once in a while I send him a DM like, "Hey Jack, I miss you.
Come back. Come back."
Crazy.
Yeah. God, it's how many subscribers did he end up having? Like 200,000 or something like that?
No, dude, he broke 1 million.
No shit.
Yeah, he was like the second biggest. There's actually an all Spanish Minecraft Pocket Edition YouTuber that was the first to 1 million. He's the biggest, but Jack is like the second. Let's see, Frost.
That's crazy. I feel like there was a time. Do you remember?
I forgot he did a face reveal.
Do you remember AA12?
Yeah.
He's pretty much famous for being a pedophile now.
Yeah, Eris.
Yeah, I made a few of his thumbnails, and they're still on his channel. And I feel it's so weird to think about that shit.
I'm in a few of his videos, because we were in an SMP together for a little while.
Right.
And yeah, it's so weird because like I remember when he got into that controversy because I had just turned 16. And I'd known that guy for a year or two. And obviously he was more popular than me. And so I was like, dude, this guy that's like huge thinks I'm cool. And when he went on Drama Alert, I remember him being on there. And the guy was like, yeah, so you're like, 19 dating a 15-year-old girl or you're like 20 dating a 16-year-old girl, whatever the fuck it was. And the only thing that any of us were like was, yo, our boy's on Drama Alert.
That's so funny.
And looking back, I was like, oh.
Yeah, he was the original Call Me Carson, I guess. Or, I don't know, I guess there's a new one every month. But yeah, that was...
Yeah.
I watched a Turkey Tom video the other day, and he mentioned AA12 in like just in passing as like as a renowned pedophile that was a YouTuber, and I was like...
Renowned? Oh, no, he must have gotten into more shit.
He must have, because I was like,
because
didn't that guy have like 12,000 subscribers or something
like
that?
It was not a huge internet-wide event when he was on Drama Alert. I remember that was like a pretty not talked about episode, so he must have done worse shit. But it is weird whenever I hear his name in passing, because he's the only Pocket Edition guy that I hear mentioned outside of like that sphere. I don't hear people talk about other guys like AA12. That's funny because he never was the biggest.
No.
But like he's left a lasting effect just by, I guess, being a pedophile. Let's see what he's up to. Something else I noticed these Minecraft YouTubers did was like they all made multiple accounts. Like they've all got multiple channels with hundreds of thousands to millions of YouTubers. And there's like AA12 and then AA12 Minecraft and then like AA12 games and shit.
I wonder if I can find the thumbnail.
Holy shit, he's got more subs than Jack Frost Minor now.
What? He still makes videos?
He's got 1.85 million. He uploaded 2 days ago.
What? I thought he got fucking... Oh my god, he recovered from that? That's fucking insane. I thought for sure he was done for.
Holy shit. Yeah, man. And it looks like that's the other thing with these fucking Minecraft YouTubers too, is like they are very hard to get away. They're like a roach infestation.
Right.
Like when they get exposed for pedophilia, their kid fans don't even like read into the thing. Yeah, look at this. Okay. He has 4 YouTube channels. He's got...
Of course he does.
And they're redundant. So he's got AA12, the main channel. Then he's got Eris, that's his name. So you'd think that's like a second channel. And then he's got AA Games, and you're like, okay, like non-Minecraft gaming. And then he has Eris Plays. So what's the difference between AA Games and Eris Plays?
Dude, Rage Elixir fucking made it. I remember him being an annoying asshole.
He blocked me.
Did he really?
Yeah, we fucked with him. I forget why. We used to do crusades on Twitter where we just go fucking spam him.
I guess that's a good place to kind of wrap it up. We kind of meandered a little bit.
Kind of went off the fucking rails. After this, we should continue looking at old Minecraft YouTube channels, though.
Yeah. This is fucking awesome. Rage Elixir has 4 million subscribers. I knew him when he had like 200 followers.
Yeah, that guy was always the driest dude in the community, I think.
Yeah, fuck you, Rage Elixir, if you're listening.
You're
not.
A piece
of shit.
Oh, you know why?
Call me out.
You know what got me blocked? You know what like the final straw for him was?
What?
Oh no, he blocked me multiple times. He blocked me and then unblocked me. So this fool. Do you remember my video I made where I was talking about the YouTubers making update videos? It was like the little cartoon that my brother animated.
Yeah.
He blocked me after I uploaded that. Didn't tag him. Didn't involve him at all. Didn't even know he knew about me. Somebody must have sent it to him because I checked his page and I was blocked.
Oh my god. That's fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
God damn. Well, if you're listening, Rage, I'm looking forward to the block on Twitter or whatever. I don't know why you would be. 4 million subscribers and probably a bunch of 15-year-olds ready to defend you.
Their audience stays 15. They're like the children from
like
Peter
they don't
Pan.
Age. They don't age.
They don't age.
Where can people find you? Like, where can they find your stuff?
Yeah, so my YouTube channel is Cole Perrine, ColePerrine. I know my name is kind of hard to spell from hearing it. You can just look, Cole Perrine. My Twitter account is Cole C Perrine. I think that probably the easiest way to find me is to look up Demonetized, a parody of XXX Tentacion. That'll take you right to my channel. Okay. That's probably the easiest, least obscure thing to look up.
Right. Cool.
Yeah.
And then a lot of them are gonna know you as the penis guy.
Yeah,
penis
you can look that up too.
Maybe not the penis guy. The penis guy might not be what you want to be associated with.
Not to children.
But yeah.
I don't want some kid watching me on their iPad and their mom comes in. What are you watching, honey? And they're like, oh, the penis guy. Probably not a good look.
Yeah, no shot. Yeah, of course everything's gonna be linked, but some people listen on Spotify and stuff, and they just Google stuff afterwards.
Right. Yeah.
If you're listening on Spotify, that's where to find them. But otherwise, show notes. Your @'s on the screen.
Oh, nice.
And
where?
Yeah, I think that's pretty much. Look, other direction. There you go. Look up. There you go.
Oh shit!
There you go.
Oh whoa!
There you go.
That's cool. How'd you do that? It's got like little flame effects going around it. Little sparkles. I can't believe you got that working.
I'm gonna have to do that now.
Whoa!
Fuck
Now
you.
it's like a 3D model. It's kind of swiveling a little bit, like those old like kid pics fonts.
You use Adobe products. You know they can't do that
Wow.
shit. You know they can't do that
believe,
shit.
This guy, I tell you what, man, he's a realist motherfucker. When you say something, he puts his mind to something, he gets it done like that. He really gets it finished.
All right. We'll wrap it up. We're probably over 2 hours now.
Bye.
But,
let me check.
Yeah, it was fun.
Hour 20.
Oh, that's not bad.
That's pretty good.
Is it really only been an hour 20? What
Yeah.
the fuck?
Whew.
Shit. All right. Well, we'll have to have you on another time, hopefully
I think
under
it'll
like
be
better
fun.
circumstances. But
Thank you.
Yeah, shit, that was fun.
Thank you for having me. It was really cool.
Yeah,
Thank
of
you.
course. See you in prison though. Next episode's
I
gonna
gotta
have to
get
be
the
from
fuck out of
yourself.
here, man.
All right. Of the Deep End, episode 4.